Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for sports. Sponsored by the Marquee Network. Stream Cubs baseball at watchmarquee.com.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, the White Sox had one for the ages last night. So the White Sox had, let's just set the stage here. Let's just go back to last night. Let's get there a little bit.
Ooh, very nice.
White Sox had a 3-run lead going into the 8th. Now, usually in the middle of the season, I got nervous if it was a Cubs game like this and then the bullpen was going to blow it. But they had a 3-run lead going into the 8th. The White Sox have had, obviously, a pretty historic year on the bad side. So, with that, going into the 8th, Bobby Witt Jr.'s grand slam in the 8th, his 4th hit of the game, by the way, capped off the Royals' 6-run inning to beat the White Sox 8-5. Going into the 8th, 3-run lead. 6 runs by the Royals, and that makes them lose 8-5 with that grand slam home run, his 4th hit of the game, Bobby Witt Jr. Now, that set a franchise record for 15 losses in a row. 15 now the White Sox have. They've had 14 earlier this year in a row. Now they're at 15. Case, what do you have to say about your Chicago White Sox?
Well, what do you want me to say? I mean, this is Jerry Reinsdorf is probably smiling very, very wide this morning, knowing that he has once again pulled a fast one on the citizens of Chicago. He is richer than ever, despite being a bigger failure than ever.
Hey.
Pedro Grifol, I don't know if the lights are home in his head. I don't know what he's doing. I know you can manage a baseball team better than he could.
I think absolutely I could.
I think you could. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This season was fun for the longest time. It was like, oh my God, look at these guys. They're losing again. Look at this. It's sad now. It's 15 straight. They haven't won since the All-Star game. They haven't won since that lady showed up drunk to sing the anthem at the Home Run Derby.
That was a good time.
That was fun. The White Sox season is not fun. Think about how long ago that feels. They haven't won a baseball game since then.
Feels like when Nirvana Nevermind came out.
Oh my God.
Feels that far back.
Well, I just, not with that kind of thinking. You're just being so big old negative Nancy. Why they just don't even feel like they have something to play for when you approach it like that, Case.
Good, I don't.
No,
Yeah.
they should have something to play for because they should want to win.
Well, they did make a trade yesterday, too, to try to make the team
great.
better. They traded away, who'd they trade away, Case? Well, Michael Kopech is gone, the most important part of the
Michael
whole puzzle.
Kopech, Eric Feedy, and Tommy Pham. Kopech is going to the Dodgers, and Pham and Feedy are going to the St. Louis Cardinals in a 3-team trade. So,
And Michael Kopech, usually, like you said, Christopher Morel gets traded from the Cubs, makes a nice, beautiful statement out there, leaving the Cubs, and he'll probably go on and do better because that seems to what happens sometimes when the players get traded away. Well, Michael Kopech kind of threw some shade at the White Sox on the way out the door.
oh, good. I'll drive into O'Hare today. I don't need him.
What'd he say?
He blew a bunch of saves the entire year. He was
Yeah.
a complete failure in the White Sox prospect system. I don't need him.
He
Go
told-
to LA.
What did he say?
He talked a little bit about his usage. And, usually guys are trying to say goodbye to the fans and do a nice little moment there. And listen, I'm fine with saying what's on your mind when you're leaving.
Listen to his fan right now. Look, Case.
I would not consider myself to be a Michael Kopech fan. His
but you're-
usage, all he did was blow saves this year.
This is why he didn't get a nice goodbye. Everyone posted like, Christopher Morel, we love you. We support you. We want you to succeed. Case is like, I hope you jump off of a cliff. This is why there's no statement. Like, this is why.
Yeah. Would you prefer it if he said a very nice statement, Case?
I would prefer he just leave.
Yeah,
his usage. He's got a 4.74 ERA. He's a reliever.
Yeah.
He's 2-8 out of the bullpen this year. His usage.
Maybe it's all the negative energy you're putting on him. Who's going to come out and succeed when you're just treating him like crap and saying all these mean things?
Not my problem. Not my problem. Play
Well,
through
it
the
is
pain.
your problem because look at your team.
Also, this is post all that stuff happening. I don't know if Case's positive thinking would have helped out in this point.
No, it wouldn't have. His usage.
Why did you cut that? You saying that? His usage.
What is he talking about?
But-
he was a starter last year. Got moved to the bullpen. He was worse in the bullpen than he was as a starter.
I want you to hear
His
your
usage.
I want you. Please cut that out. We can use that later. All right, the Cubs.
I agree with him. I think if he got used more,
Can I also say before
and
we
he
move
got a
on to the
little bit of
Cubs,
practice.
before we move on to the Cubs, the trade deadline's today.
Yeah.
If the White Sox trade Garrett Crochet and not Luis Robert Jr., I'm going to lose my mind. I will have a mental breakdown on the air at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I gotta be honest, you don't sound great right now.
I can't
you don't
believe-
sound like you're all there
Well,
now.
Michael Kopech's complaining about his usage. I can't believe it.
Like,
Usage?
You're already having a mental. I don't know how to tell you this.
I can't wait to be here tomorrow at 7.
You know what's crazy?
When they don't trade Lewis Robert Jr.
And they ship Crochet off to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? If the White Sox starting today, if they went undefeated for the rest of the season, if they went undefeated until the end of September,
Yeah.
they would still finish below 500.
Wow.
It's July. And Michael Kopech's complaining about his usage?
Okay.
I need that as a drop. Usage? All right, Cubs lost to the Reds 7-1 in an ugly game where Cubs reliever Nate Pearson and manager Craig Counsell were ejected in the 8th after Pearson hit Tyler Stevenson in the helmet. One pitch after he allowed a homer, so Stevenson took exception to the beaning while partially being restrained by catcher Miguel Amaya. It's pretty interesting in a game that just was a real ugly baseball game. I'd rather have something like that going on to make it more interesting.
Oh my God.
By the way, Miguel Amaya never complained about his usage. Cubs at the Reds again tonight. Listen, man, we've talked a lot of baseball this year, and there's been a lot of disappointment, but we're 2 days away from the Bears season. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. And that's only going to breed happiness.
Well, listen.
So this is going to be good.
You just mentioned positive mentality. Well, I'm going into...
What did I just say?
Well, I'm saying, that was sarcastic. You
No,
said
it wasn't.
You really believe it then about the Bears?
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't sound positive.
What are you talking about?
You're going, oh, yeah. That
Oh,
doesn't-
yeah, it's like the Kool-Aid man. He
Okay.
wasn't being sarcastic.
Maybe I'm misreading it.
Oh, it's going to be good.
I'm fired up for this Bears season. This is the most exciting Bears season in my lifetime going into it. I am ready to go. Now, they'll announce the starters today, so you'll see if Caleb Williams will actually play in this preseason game Thursday night. I'm guessing if he plays, it's one series. You know, you can't risk anything right now in this preseason game, Hall of Fame game in Canton, of course. And we've got Devin Hester, you've got Mongo McMichael, and Julius Peppers into the Hall of Fame. Former Bears going in. Can't wait. Thursday night. Finally, last night with the Olympics, the men's gymnastics team yesterday won a medal. Here's some positivity. Won for the first time in 16 years, they won a medal.
It's a home run. Oh, my God. The drought is over. Team USA, they will be on that medal stand. Olympic medalist.
Period.
Steven Nedarazic, you did your job.
Now it's official. The drought is over. There'll be no more questions of when. That time is now. Medalists at the Olympics, the U.S. men.
At one point in your life, I hope everybody in the world gets to experience something like that.
Okay.
It's a little interesting, the last statement there. I hope everybody gets to experience something like that. Well, like 1 out of
win.
a billion get to win a gold medal. Oh, they got a bronze,
I think the
actually.
excitement of just the winning
Very, very nice,
You know?
very nice play-by-play there.
was.
So the guy that does the pommel horse, this guy that Steven Nedarazic came out, and he looks like Superman. He has glasses like the nerdy Superman before he takes them off and becomes Superman. This guy saved the day and did it for the men's gymnastics team, getting their first medal in 16 years.
Let's go.
Let's go. Now, here's an interview with him afterward that makes him sound like Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Again, if you haven't seen a picture of him, very, very like Clark Kent looking guy, but he sounds very surfer dude-ish here.
Going up to pommel horse, last guy up in the whole competition, I had a good feeling that our team was in a great spot. I just knew I had to go up there and do my job. Team USA gets a medal. I think you could see it right away when I land. Oh, dude, goosebumps right now, man. That's the best moment of my life.
The internet has had so much fun with you on social media with the whole Superman deal, the whole Clark Kent deal. The glasses come off, Superman gets on the pommel, right? America said, that's our guy, right?
Whoa, Mike Tirico almost said something else. Did you hear that? Listen what he says at the end about sitting on the pommel. He says something.
Glasses come off, Superman gets on the pommel, right?
Did you hear what he said?
Gets on the pommel?
It sounded like something else to me.
I think he said gets on it.
Now listen.
Kent deal. The glasses come off, Superman gets on the pommel, right?
You're making it dirty. He's saying you gotta get on it.
Tell me
you
I'm
gotta get
wrong.
on that horse.
Tell
You know
me
what
I'm wrong. Holy cow.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On cue. 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
His usage. The audacity of some professional athletes.
Oh, boy. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. 312-591-8300. Use your phone right now.
His usage.
Use it to call in right now. Not just text. Call in to compete against Kenzie in a trivia contest for a prize pack. 312-591-8300 if you beat Kenzie in trivia. Call in right now to compete.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
Let's go. It is Clash with Kenzie, sponsored by the Schaumburg Boomers.
Feel the boom.
For tickets, visit boomersbaseball.com. And we have a great Brian and Kenzie prize pack for you. And Rachel from Hobart is competing against Kenzie today. Rachel, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy. Good morning, y'all. I am a mama to 4 beautiful kids. I'm a respiratory therapist.
Oh, that's good.
What are you again? I didn't hear the last part.
I'm a respiratory therapist.
A respiratory therapist. She saves lives
Yes.
for a living.
Huh.
Save
yeah.
lives. I can
didn't
take
hear the-
away your breath and give it back.
Wow.
All right.
Put that in a Hinge profile. That's good stuff.
And I'm also really bad at trivia, but I'm up for a challenge, so let's do it.
Well, actually, it's all about breathing today. So.
So when you go, what are you supposed to do after that? Yes. All right, first 1 to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Rachel.
Heads.
It's tails.
Oh, darn it.
Kenzie went on a big losing streak with the coin toss. Now you're on a big winning streak lately.
Well, I think it's been like 3, but it was like 4 weeks. I actually thought Brian was lying because he doesn't hold it up anymore, really.
No.
Or does it fast? It's like
Yes.
I can't see that.
Okay.
Like
do
a
you know,
magic trick. Oh, look at your card.
Do you know how much the White Sox would die for a 3-game winning streak right now?
Or a losing streak, for that matter.
Yeah, either one.
They would love a 3-game losing streak.
Wow. That puts it in perspective.
It does. All right. Up to Kenzie. Here we go.
Okay, Kenzie. Question number 1. Which 4-letter term meaning a sudden overthrow of the government? It means that. A sudden overthrow of the government. 4-letter term.
Oh, it's the bird sound. Coo. Coo, coo.
Let's see. They threw over the Russian government in a coup.
I just imagine, like the Three Amigos are like, look up here. Look up here.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel like they're like, when they're trying to like attack them, they're like, ooh, over here.
All right, Rachel. 33 miners were rescued in 2010 after being buried in a mine in what country? It was all over the news.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to go with Europe.
Was it Europe, a specific country, Kenzie?
It was Chile.
Chile. Is it Chile or Chile? Because I like to eat chili.
It's not Chile.
Well, I mean, the country is Chile, but I like to eat
If you were
chili.
to say it would be like Chile.
Chile. Yeah.
But it's like, just say Chile. Like, you say Chile.
Because I feel like I'm just going like, yeah, those guys were stuck down in Chile.
Okay.
It just sounds...
And how would you rather say it?
I want to say, those
Chile.
guys were stuck down in Chile.
All right. 2-0 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what does the C stand for in the medical term OCD?
Compulsive.
Compulsive is right.
You should look into that.
There's nothing looking into. I got it.
I know.
It is
No, but
obsessive.
you could treat it. Once again, you love owning that you have things. You just don't get them like worked on.
I ain't going to a doctor.
Come on now. What do they know?
Obsessive compulsive disorder. Mm-hmm.
You're familiar with it.
Kenzie has 3 now?
Kenzie has 3. Rachel has none. It's back to Rachel. She needs a point here.
Rachel, which pop star shaved her head and then attacked paparazzi with an umbrella in 2007?
Britney Spears.
Brittany. Leave Brittany alone. Remember that viral
She
video?
did it again.
No. 3-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, someone referred to as a Kiwi comes from which country?
Oh. Wait, I know this.
Really?
I do.
3,
It is.
2.
It's New Zealand.
Oh, wow. Before the buzzer.
God.
I kind of wanted to say Norway, and I knew that wasn't it. I'm like, starts with an N.
No, they're folk people in
I know,
Norway.
they're funky.
Yeah, the didgeridoo. I never heard that before, to be honest, that question there, that they were called Kiwi people there in New Zealand.
It's like Hoosiers, but for New Zealand.
That's an interesting way to put it.
4-1 back to Rachel.
Rachel, what animal is Tigger in Winnie the Pooh?
A tiger.
A tiger. Tigger the tiger. But the problem is Kenzie has 4 and she can win with the next one.
That's right.
Oof. Kenzie,
Cool. Yeah.
in Friends, what was Rachel's last name?
Green.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
I know.
Which
I
is
know.
Verde
All
in
right.
Spanish.
Fair is fair,
right?
Kenzie. You got me, girl.
Ah! Well, I love you, girl. We can still give her a prize pack.
Yeah, we'll give you a prize back anyway. How about that?
Really?
Of
Oh, my God.
course.
Y'all are the best.
You're the best. I like her.
Yeah. Well,
I want to keep her.
you can keep her.
Can we keep her? Can we keep her?
You can keep her in a cage.
Yeah, in the studio.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't
Getting
it?
serious.
Clash with Kenzie. The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, listen, if you like free stuff, we're about 20 minutes away, 7:50 from Lollapalooza. I have a song scramble made up. You'll have to guess all the songs in the song scramble, the artist and the song title in order. 3 of them that are playing Lollapalooza, and then you'll get Lollapalooza VIP tickets. That's coming up here at 7:50. 20 minutes away with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So Gil Curtis's headlines. And yes, at 7:50, we will have the Lollapalooza song scramble where you have to figure out what's in the songs. So it's a one little scramble, about 8 seconds long. I made it this morning at about 5:30. I kind of like it. But,
I hope so.
And maybe you can solve it very quick. You know, who knows? Or maybe it takes some time. There are things that are backwards and scrambled up. 3 in a row, the artist and the song title in a row. And you get VIP passes to Lollapalooza. So that's coming up in a second. Before we get there, Case the producer found this Twitter account, which it seems weird to say there's a new cool Twitter account.
That's fair.
And it just doesn't happen anymore. It used to be cool, but it's called Actual Names. So it's exactly what it sounds like. They found historical records of some really funny names throughout history, and then they tweet them out. And let's just rapid fire a bunch of these to get through them to see. Like this one, for example, the first one comes from the U.S. Census in 1950. There was a guy named Dick Dunker.
I didn't want to react like that to the first one. I wanted to give it a...
That's only the first one, Kenzie.
I know, I don't feel good.
The second one comes from the U.S. Census in 1880. There was a guy named Harry Rumps.
Classic. That's good stuff. That's like something Bart Simpson would come up
So
with.
they honestly just didn't have this, like, you know, the same slang or something. Because...
I don't know. We can look at the history of rump.
Or did they just hate their kids?
I don't know. Well,
Like, I have to assume, you know, they didn't have that.
okay, well, if you like those, Kenzie,
Oh, boy.
this one comes from the Catholic Church records in the 1800s as well.
Catholic Church records.
This is the real name of someone.
Okay.
Again, maybe the slang didn't apply. I don't know why someone would name their kid Fardass Wolfgangus. His first name was Fardass.
That's not even slang. There's no way.
It's a real name from the 1800s. Fardass Wolfgangus.
Hey, do you mind if my boy Fartass comes over with us?
I mean, yes is the only answer. I mind. No.
We are going down to the pond to collect water with Fardass. Yeah, we'll see you in a little bit.
Was there any like dots above the letters or anything where maybe you're like, it's supposed to be forts? Forts?
Nope.
No.
I like what you're thinking,
What?
but nope, it's just Fardass.
Okay.
This is actual
That
names.
sucks.
These are actual
That
names.
just sucks, though.
And then there's another one from the U.S. Census. A lot of 1800 names here. 1860. All eat short ass. Now, his real name is All Eat, and the last name was Short Ass.
It's actually a she. So I did a deep dive on this family, on the lineage of the short ass family. It was a family of 6 in the early 1900s, and the mother was all eat short ass.
Kind of a big ass family. 6 kids, though. You know what I mean?
All Eat Short Ass. The U.S. Census, they found a name in 1920. This one's pretty easy. The Pervert King. Now, his name
What's going on?
his name was Pervert King. Pervert King was
That's
his
not
name.
good. Did he earn it or something?
Well, I don't know. Casey, do a deep dive on him.
I didn't do a deep dive on the
Come
pervert
on.
king.
Way to drop the ball.
I mean, you followed the Short Ass family. You got their
Yeah.
whole reference. A couple more here from Actual Names' Twitter account. You can follow it. Freakin' Santana. Freaking Santana.
Now that sounds like a nickname someone would get now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that guy.
Sounds like a DJ name. It's Freaking Santana.
Let's go.
Let's get one more here. Again, from he lived from 1837. No. They were. When did they born? This seems interesting. Cases. They were born in 1990.
So this name that you're about to read, they were found in the England and Wales Birth Registration Index, which cover names from 1837 to 2008. Before Brian says this name, I have to let everybody know you're thinking, this was some person in the 1800s. There's probably no way to find them now. The name you're about to say of this person, they were born in 1990. For reference, 1 year before Nirvana's Nevermind came out, as we talked about this morning.
Wow. Kenzie, are you ready for this one?
I don't know because I'm going to be mad at these parents because they had the knowledge.
So 1990, this person was born and named Ebenezer Hedgehog T. Cringebottom.
Put him in jail. Put the parents in jail. Prison for life.
Imagine a wily duo of Ebenezer Hedgehog T. Cringebottom and fart-ass Wolfgangus.
No, listen. These guys, probably great men. I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. Probably talking to a pretty girl, throwing out game, and then she goes, "What's your name?" And that's where it went downhill for them every time. He's like, "Yo, call me EB." That's what they call me in the streets. Like, just ignore that.
Even if it forgets the middle part of the name, I'm Ebenezer Cringebottom.
That's what they call you.
Yeah, but
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.